Yes, Wagwan people, welcome back to the Hotspur Cave. Jay from the Cave. Just welcome back to the Cave. We're live on this beautiful Thursday afternoon for another episode of Cave Conversations. But it's a special episode this week because I've got a special guest joining me shortly. Do you know what I'm saying? I will probably have to text him just to check where he is, but he will be here. You know what I'm saying? We got Montgomery, Mr. Montgomery, Sir Monts, you know what I'm saying? In my opinion, one of the best Liverpool representatives on the internet. We've got bro joining us very shortly. So look, if you're new around here, bro, what are you there? Smash that like button, subscribe to the channel. Let me shut this window as well, by the way. Let me shut this window. That's better. Fucking mad, man. Oh, no, we're not putting the lights down. Too dark. Right. Anywho, yes, people. So, anyways, how are we all doing? How are we doing, man? I'm great. International break. We hate these international breaks because there is actually just nothing. There's just nothing going on. I don't even know when England are playing. And the Jamaica national team is just a disappointment, to be very honest with you. So I'm not gonna lie, yeah. International break sucks, innit? International break is absolutely dog shit. But at least we get to sit down and have conversations. You know what I'm saying? And I kind of want to review the season so far. Which teams have impressed you? Which teams have let you down? Which players have stood out? Do you know what I'm saying? Which players, in your opinion, have stood out? Which players are we saying it's not really adapting? Do you know what I'm saying? So while we wait for Monts to join us, I think it's only fair that we just quickly start with the Tottenham boys. Do you know what I'm saying? Because we're third in the table going into the international break, right? We are third in the table. 2 points off the top of the league. And I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I'm gonna be very, very honest with you, yeah. I actually am starting to believe. Now, when I say believe, yeah, before you say anything dumb and say, believe in what, Jay? Jay, believe. Jay, what do you believe? What do you believe? You're Spurs. Shut up. I believe that this manager does have what it takes because I've seen enough now. I think I've seen a big enough sample size to know, yeah, that this manager does know how to get the job done and that we're in a really good position. Now, after the international break, if I pull up our fixtures, I'm actually going to get our fixture list up. Because I actually want to see who we've got. And before I do that, let me large up the chat as well. Big up Guy Thompson. Big up yourself, my bro. Says my lunchtime radio. Big up chat and panel. Big up, man. I'm glad, bro. Enjoy your lunch as well, my guy. Enjoy your lunch. If you're at work, I hope you have a great shift as well, bro. Big up David as well. Do you know what I'm saying? Monts and Jade Wake. Yeah, the Madwake stuff is never gonna go, is it? I can't lie. The Madwake comparisons is never gonna cut. It's actually never gonna go. But I'm okay with that. I'm actually okay with that, bro. Do you know why? Because it just is what it is. Big up Mike's as well. Make sure you guys are subbing to man like GVO Mike's and Mike's React. Sub to both of these channels, bro. Especially Mike's React. We need to get Mike's React to 1K because those reaction videos are class. So yeah, let's just do that, innit? Man said, speak for yourself. I'm off to Wembley for the game. What do you mean? Oh, England. Bro, do you know what it is? I'm not even trying to hate. Bro. But like if England were playing like actual teams, bro. If England were playing teams, yeah, that were like actually entertaining to watch, and that's no disrespect to like Albania or Andorra. Oh, the lighting's kind of shit. Oh shit, the lighting's kind of got me looking all golden and that. You know, hey, you guys got to subscribe now. The sun's come out, but yeah, like I don't really want to watch England play against the likes of Andorra, Albania. Do you know what I'm saying? San Marino. These teams are kind of nah. Do you know what I'm saying? I want to see England play Spain. Italy, France, Germany, Belgium, those types of Croatia. Those are the teams I want to see. Even the likes of Norway, Sweden, like those type of teams there. Because that's an actual test. That's an actual test. And also, yeah, these international breaks just feel like it just feels like an excuse for players to get injured. Because when I sit here and think about it, yeah, and we actually have to we have to think about this logically for a sec, yeah. We actually have to think about this logically for a sec. These players, why are we calling up Harry Kane to play against San Marino? What, why does why does England need Harry Kane, Bukayo Saka, Cole Palmer, John Stones, Declan? Why do we need all of these players, these big name players, yeah, to play against San Marino and Andorra, bro? Yeah, and then they get injured now, and fans aren't happy, clubs aren't happy, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? Personally, as someone who's got a lot of his players in their national team, bro, I don't like it. I don't like it. I seen Chelsea take a precaution and keep Reece James from going with the England squad. Stuff like that. Clubs are going to start doing that. Very soon, we're going to see a world where clubs don't even want to send their players on international duty no more. Do you know what I'm saying? They don't even want to do it because it's not worth it. Do you know what I'm saying? It's not worth it. It's too much, especially the clubs that are fighting on all four fronts, bro. The clubs that are aiming to try and win big things. Yeah. It does put them at a bit of a disadvantage, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? But at the same time, it's almost like you can't punish these players for playing well and get. Do you know what I'm saying? So yeah, man. But let me large up some more of these chats, and then I'm gonna actually text Mons because I don't know where the hell Mons is. Big up Jay, keep doing your thing, G. Come on, my bro, man. Big up DJ Dems each and every time. Big up yourself, my bro. Nice setup. Appreciate it, bro. But if I wish this was my setup, this is not my setup. I'm not in London right now, so this is where I'm doing my stream. Do you know what I'm saying? I can't cancel the stream. Do you know what I mean? I can't cancel I have to do it because yeah, we're trying to get that work rate up, and international break is the perfect time. So like I said, people, subscribe to the damn channel, bro. What are we doing? Subscribe. Why are you not subscribed yet? That's my real question. Why are you not subscribed? Also, big up yourself, E. Make sure you're subbing to Elijah as well, man. Big up Quez as well, Mr. Ali. Big up yourself, my bro. I hope you're good. I hope you're well. You need the players in the camp to create a rapport, building on playing style. Also, Kane ain't playing tonight. He took a knock. You can think it's not worth it. I disagree, but it is weird. No, I hear that. I do hear that. Of course, I hear that, innit? I'm just saying, yeah. It's not even so much as calling them up, yeah. It's like, it's not the calling them up that, for me, that makes it a bit weird, yeah. It's look at the teams that you're making them play against, bro. Like, how do we end up? Why are we in this pot of like this group, bro? This the same 5 or 6 teams that we play every international break, and it's like it gets to a point, bro, where it's like, yo, I want to see these players play against teams that we could face in a final or in a knockout game. I don't want to see them playing against a team that isn't even going to qualify for the competition. Do you see what I'm saying? But give me 2 secs, chat. Give me 2 secs. Okay, sorry about that. By the way, guys, Mons will be here in 2 minutes. Do you know what I'm saying? The main event, the main event will be here in 2 minutes. So you guys do have to listen to me waffle about England for 2 or so more minutes in it. But yeah, guy, like I was saying, I didn't know Kane got a knock though. And you know, I actually want to talk about Harry Kane real quick here because I saw a video on Twitter. It was a great video, by the way. I don't know the guy's name, so I can't even credit him. But I'm sure he's not watching this. But if he is watching this, bro, your video was awesome. he was talking about how Harry Kane might be one of the most disrespected footballers on the planet. And I don't know if anyone in the chat agrees, but I actually agree, bro. I actually do believe that Harry Kane is the most disrespected footballer on the planet, bro. Yeah, if you look at the numbers that guy has put up for Bayern Munich, bro, it's beyond a joke. It's actually beyond a joke. And everyone's saying, "Oh, he's doing it in Germany. It's a farmers' league." Da 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 da. Guess what? Guess what? He done it in the Premier League as well. He was putting up numbers in the Premier League as well. What are we doing here? Do you know what I'm saying? What are we doing here? Yeah, Harry Kane is the most complete striker on the planet, and bro, I would go as far as to say right now, he's the best player in the world. Right now, he's the best player in the world. I don't care what nobody says, bro. Argue with yourself, because for me, yeah, you don't. And everyone says, "Oh, look how old he's getting. He can't do it. He can't do it. He can't do it." Do you see the goals this guy scores? The passes he makes, it's ridiculous, bro. It's insane. And they said that he doesn't do it in big moments. He doesn't do it in big moments. Well, he scored plenty of goals for Bayern in the Champions League. He scored in knockout goals. He scored knockout rounds as well. He's scoring for England. What more does a player have to do to get the world's respect, bro? Because everyone said before, no one respected him because he was at Tottenham. Yeah, Tottenham didn't win anything. Whatever. He's a loser. He can be the Premier League top goal scorer. Don't matter. Tottenham ain't won nothing. He leaves. He leaves Tottenham. Goes to Bayern. Yeah. Coincidentally, in his first season at Bayern, they fumble and let Leverkusen go invincible and win the league. Yeah. And even with that, chat, yeah, they were blaming Harry Kane for that. You know, they were saying Harry Kane was the reason that Bayern didn't win the title that season. Are you mad? Are you actually mad? Are you dumb? No, honestly, I need to know. Are you dumb? The guy scored I think he scored something like 50 Bundesliga goals or 40 something Bundesliga goals in like 40 games or some shit. Yeah, what are we doing here? What are we doing here? We're saying he didn't do it when it mattered, yeah? He didn't do it when it mattered. Bro, what do you mean when it mattered? What, for England? For England, bro. For England. Bro, there's let me not even go down that route in it, because that route will get political, bro. That will get very political and people won't like my opinion. Do you know what I'm saying? People will not like my opinion on that at all, blood. There we are. You need. Oh wait, I read that one already. When people say Haaland is the best striker, I agree, but people forget what Kane is doing right now. He does, bro. He goes under the radar a lot. It goes under the radar. He doesn't get no rating. He is, I agree. People shit on him, but people, don't. Yeah, Lee Gunner rants. Yeah, loads of people will say. Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. If you watch football, if you actually watch football, yeah, then you will know he's not shit. Harry Kane is not shit if you actually watch ball. But again, 90% of the people, they don't watch football, bro. Do you get it? They don't watch. They only watch their clubs play. Do you know what I'm saying? Or what they do is they get their football opinions from other people, from content creators. That's one thing I will say, yeah? Football fans, get your footballing opinions from what you see on the football pitch, from what you watch with your eyes, not from what you hear. Because a lot of people just say a lot of things. They say a whole load of nothingness. Yeah, a lot of people say a whole load of nothingness. Yeah, and you'll be sat there thinking, yeah, oh, yeah, no, well, what he's saying is facts. And now your whole football, that's how agendas are formed, bro. And that's why I say certain fan bases and certain sections of certain fan bases are cult-like. They're very cult-like. We have it at Spurs, Arsenal have it, I'm sure the Liverpool lot have it. The one club I'd be interested to see if they do have it is City. I don't really, I must say I'm not really tapped into City YouTube apart from Daps, Big Steve, and LB. I'm not really tapped into City YouTube like that. But Golden Boot is between Haaland, Kane, and Mbappe. I agree. Yeah, yeah. Narratives be narrating. That can't even talk. Narratives be narrating in it. Kane is class. I'll change that statement. Kane isn't class. He's world class. World class. He didn't do it in the league when it mattered. That's fair, I guess. But like, bro, he's at Tottenham. Hmm. What? So what are you saying, Miller? He should have moved to. He should have. He should have gone to City, and then we get Haaland to replace him. Question: does Haaland score the amount of goals he scored at Tottenham? Does he score the goals that he scored for City at Tottenham? I don't know. There's a bit of food for thought. 2 cents, chat. Lol. This is a great question. This is a great question, bro. Do you ever see Kane coming back to the Prem before he retires? Just seeing Kane has 103 goals in 106 games. What are we doing here? What are we actually doing here, bro? How can anyone not rate Harry Kane, bro? I'm sorry, I don't understand it. How can you not rate Harold Kane? How? 103 goals. Let me even set up for this, yeah. Let me even set up for this. 103 goals in 106 games. Do you know how ridiculous? Do you know how ridiculous that is? Whether it's the Bundesliga or not, yeah. Because we're sitting here saying Bundesliga this, Bundesliga that, yeah. There's people who they have strikers at their club that couldn't put up half these numbers in the Bundesliga. Let's have it right, bro. Like, let's actually have it right. I get it. The Bundesliga is not the strongest league in the world, yeah. However, bro, it ain't easy to put up them. Like, to sit here and say that it's easy to put up them numbers in the Bundesliga, why isn't every striker doing that then? Do you get what I'm saying? If it's that easy, everyone would be doing it, but they're not. Do you get it? Let's see. And yes, by the way, I do see Harry Kane coming back. I think he'll come back to Spurs. Funny enough, I actually do think he'll come back to Spurs. I think we've got like a £56 million buyback clause in his contract for when he's ready to come back. So, yeah, man, if he does come back to the Premier League, it's a no-brainer. He's obviously going to come back to Spurs, get the fairy tale story, beat Shearer's record, because Salah's done, in it. This is Salah's last season in the Prem, and then he's gone. I do believe he's gone after this. Do you get me? So, 100%, 100%. Imagine Kane in Haaland's life at City. Yeah, he'd be loving life. High line for life, league high. Lol, don't kill me. Don't kill me, bro. Don't kill me. Were they Bayern Munich though? It don't matter, bro. It don't matter, bro. I honestly think, bro, you could put Harry Kane in Leipzig, bro. You could put him in Schalke. You could put him. You could make him play for Schalke, bro. I don't even know if they're in the Bundesliga right now. I don't know if they got promoted or not. Yeah, but you could put him in Hanover, fucking Hamburg. It don't matter. Yeah, he's a bagsman, bro, because the guy is just world class. Like, he is just that good. Genuinely, he is just that good. Like, I'm sorry to break it to you, but yeah, he is genuinely just that good in it. Real talk. Yo, new background. Jeez, guys, don't get used to this, okay? This is just a 1 day thing. Don't get used to this background. you know what I'm saying? But I'm glad you like the background. I'm glad you like the background. But I'm not gonna be streaming. Yeah, it's a one day thing. You get me? But big up Mr. Rudang anyways. Big up Mr. Rudang, bro. Big up yourself, man. Hope you're good, my guy. Hope you're good, bro. Schalke got relegated. They're in second tier. Oh shit, they ain't gone back up. That's dark. Big up, by the way. Salah looks fried. Yeah, Salah does look fried. That's why I'm waiting for Mons to get here, because I want to talk about Salah. But he's taking his sweet, sweet time. Do you know what I'm saying? No, it matters. Bayern dominate the league. They have the best. All right. Guy can't win. The guy can't win. The guy actually cannot win, bro. Nah, you see the saying, yeah, guys, you see the saying, oh, I can't win in this life. Yeah, it's dark. Harry Kane cannot win, bro. First it was, you ain't won no trophies. Leaves, goes and wins a trophy. Wins 2 trophies, actually. Harry Kane's actually won 2 trophies now, by the way. But so first it was Kane can't win any trophies. That was the argument. And now it's Bayern is why Kane.
Yes, my bro.
Big up Mons. Come
on, bro. You telling me I had to pattern some things with the mumsy, bro. Apologies. Me telling me.
No. Hey, family first always, man. You know what I'm saying? But I was just here talking to the chat about Harry Kane, bro. The guy has 103 goals in 106 games.
For Bayern?
Yes, bro.
Yeah,
does that make any sense?
It's insane. It's insane. What I would say though, Kane was always gonna go do that at Bayern Munich. Look at Luis Diaz. I'm pretty sure he's got like 7 GA in like 6 games. No, he's got more. Diaz is doing well out. And to be fair, don't get me wrong. When Diaz moved out there, I did say I wish him well. I think he's gonna do really well in the Bundesliga. Yeah. 6 goals, 6 games, 5 goals, 4 assists in the league. In the league.
Oh, just in the Bundesliga.
In the Bundesliga, yeah. 6 games, 5 goals, 4 assists.
Hey, bro, I can't lie. If I was a young Premier League player, you know, I'd be looking to go out there.
Bro, I'm pretty sure Reece Nelson had a good season out there as well. When he first went out there, when he went to Hoffenheim, was it Hoffenheim? Reece Nelson had a good season out there. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, Sancho done his dirt out there as well.
The client, man, like the client.
Yeah, bro. They're up, bro. The Bundesliga, you can get you if you want to go get your price tag up. You want to go get your statistics up. Telling you, Bundesliga ain't the worst place to go. I think if you want to express yourself the way you maybe won't be able to express yourself in the Premier League, Bundesliga is the best league to go to. If you want to go to a league that's gonna increase your IQ on how to be organized, go to Serie A. You know what I'm saying? I think.
And if you're just a defensive-minded player, you like slow-paced football, go to Italy, bro. Because that league is slow as shit.
This is what I'm saying. I think, though, if the closest league to the Premier League stylistically is, I think it's actually the French league.
Yeah, it is. I've been saying that for the last few seasons as well.
You watch these men play. That's why, like I think that transition from the French league to the Premier League sometimes is quite seamless. You know, like Hazard when he went from Lille to Chelsea, the transition, yes, he's that good, but the transition was so seamless because of he's already used to the physicality. You know what I'm saying? He's used to the physicality there. I think, and as we know in the French league, like the percentile of Blafrican is extremely high. The Blafrican percentile is very high out there, as we know. So you got to be able to deal with that.
Shout out to Wasteland Warriors for real, man.
Yeah, if everyone's just black and fast, that's one of the hardest. I promise it's one of the hardest. It's like AFCON. When man them say, "Oh, put a European team in AFCON," you will learn. You will learn. You know what I'm saying? You will learn. A European team in AFCON in the heat. You will learn. You will learn today.
Wait, they said the European team could
see what happened when England bucked Senegal. You will learn. You see what you've done to soccer? You will learn. You will learn today.
But that's the ignorance, though, Mons, isn't it? That's the blissful ignorance that we've been afforded. Unfortunately, we've been gifted that ignorance. But
yeah. bro, it's crazy.
Let's
man.
I do want to talk a bit about your side, because your team, I actually find Liverpool quite an interesting team. Obviously, I've been trolling because you lost to Chelsea, and I hate Chelsea, by the way. For those in the chat, no, I hate Chelsea more than I hate Arsenal. So, yeah, whenever I see them smiling and Lewis
You hate
talking
Chelsea
about,
more than you hate Arsenal. That's
yeah, brother, I could have won a Premier League. I could have a Premier League winners medal around my neck. Do you know what I'm saying, bro?
Then by that logic, you'd hate me because you'd have a Champions League medal around your neck.
Yeah, but you see, the difference is, yeah,
You was
you
never
see
winning
that
it.
Champions League final. You see, no. You see that Champions League final, yeah. Like, even though I don't believe it should have been a penalty, yeah, that's neither here nor there. I can't hate you for that. Do you know what I'm saying? Because that was your first.
I'll be real. His hand was up here, though, innit? And do you know what's tapped? He was actually telling him, he was like, get the back post. So that was Sissoko saying. He's like, yeah, he's like, you man, if he crosses it, mark the back stick in it, nothing back stick. And the ball's just gone, we'll just go like that. And you're like, it's so Sissoko. It's so Sissoko. You can't even.
But that's what I'm saying. I can't be mad at you for that. But bro, that battle, first of all,
and you had enough time. You definitely had enough time to bring it back. Like, it's not like we blitzed you 3-0 in the first half. You had enough time to bring it back. And I don't think we've done enough.
Potts got that so wrong, bro.
No, Kane shouldn't have started. We made the same mistake. Firmino shouldn't have started that day. Firmino was unfit. He was crap that game. He shouldn't have started. Kane would come off his ankle. Is it his ankle injury? Kane shouldn't have started that game. You have to start him because it's Kane. But Kane. Remember for Spurs, Kane used to come back from his injury, and those first 2 weeks after his injury, he'd be really shit.
Scary.
Real shit. Real spooky after that. Like, but then third game, fourth game, he'd be back to himself, banging goals and that, doing what he does. But yeah, and I'm pretty sure that was Kane's first game back from injury. He hadn't even played in the league.
He wasn't even fully fit. He wasn't even fully fit. We should have started Lucas Moura, bro. But yeah, that's what I'm saying. I can't hate you, man.
You might have won the Champions League. You might have won the Champions League if you started Lucas Moura that day. You might have.
And that would have been, who knows what life would have been like if I was a Champions League winner. You know what I'm saying? Fuck a Europa League, mate. I want a big one. We got a big one. You know what I'm saying? But
all I'm saying is the only team that beat us, that, you know, I don't know if you know, that season in the Premier League when we got 97 points, we lost one game.
Yeah.
And that one game, that one goal that got us was actually Leroy Sané running and then just firing it across goal. Who else in your team is capable of doing that? A certain Brazilian with a low fade. So I guess we'll never know. You know what I'm saying? Guess we'll never know, innit? You get it? When I didn't see Lucas Moura in that starting lineup, boy, I watched that game in the Tottenham Stadium as well. Oh, you watched it in the stadium, yeah? With the big remember, forget I'm from North London. I'm from the sides, bro. Like, I'm from the sides.
For the bits, for the ends.
I'm from the bits, bro. So the man them were like, I was on even though I weren't doing YouTube at the time, I was on this. I was just a prick before I was on YouTube when it comes to the football thing. So I was just like, what, man, them? You lot think I won't come to White Hart Lane and I'll watch you, man, lose this Champions League final. Like, I said to Ethan, I said, I'll go White Hart Lane with you, man. And obviously I won't have my Liverpool shit on, but like, I'll watch the game live with you, man, in your own stadium, lose the Champions League final. Try me. You know what I'm saying?
So wicked. You know what though?
True story. Go ask Ethan. True story.
That is nasty work. Do you know what's so mad? I've done that. Yeah, I went to watch an Arsenal academy game. Yeah, I went to watch them play against West Ham in it. By the way, West Ham popped them 5-1 at the Emirates, bro.
What year was this?
2022. It was when Arsenal had.
I thought he was gonna say something like 2013 or something. When West Ham's academy.
Bro, their academy is still really good, you know. Their academy is they got some really good talent in their academy. And they had one guy that lobbed. They had one guy that lobbed their Arsenal's keeper from the halfway line. I couldn't believe it, bro. I had my Tottenham shirt underneath. I started celebrating like an idiot, bro. Like an absolute idiot. I see guys looking around me like a dunce. But let's talk about your club. Let's talk about the champions, reigning champions, of course. You know what I'm saying? Our current.
Sometimes it doesn't feel like it, by the way. Sometimes it doesn't feel like we're reigning champions. Not because of like how we're playing, but like I feel like our Premier League I don't want to say it feels like it's been brushed, but like I feel like people were just like, yeah, calm as long as it weren't Arsenal.
Mm.
They didn't want it to be Liverpool, but like as long as they weren't Arsenal, you know, like they didn't want us to win, but as long as they weren't Arsenal, it's like, yeah, have your friend. You know what I'm saying? Have your friend.
I think it's also because by like March, we all pretty much knew you guys were gonna win the league. Like,
Yeah.
By the time it got to May, the sting was already. Everyone was so focused on the Champions League and the Europa League, obviously conference and whatnot. Which, by the way, Lewis, you're shame. Stop calling that the UCL, bro. That is shameless, bro. Stop that. Stop that right now.
Yeah,
Do you know what I'm saying?
For a man that's actually won the UCL,
that's so shameless. It's dark, but obviously, what do you think? Because someone asked a great question here. Do you think that Slot going from a mixture of clock ball and a mixture of slot ball to just completely slot ball is what is kind of hindering you guys' team? Because I don't actually know what slot ball looks like. I don't know if it's heavy metal. I don't know if it's kind of that sit back and just absorb pressure, or is it just very possession? But like, I'd be interested to know in it what your take is. What do you think the problem is right now? Because obviously you're second, but
yeah,
the performances ain't been there.
It's slow build up, innit? It's slightly slower build up, and it's more regimented in the defensive structure. It's kind of a bit like what you saw last season, where Liverpool weren't going end to end as much. You saw like very early on, you saw Liverpool aren't apart from maybe the first game away to Ipswich, where we looked a bit dodgy in the first half. Because you got to remember that first half against Ipswich, a lot of people were saying the same things about Liverpool. Whoa, new manager. Whoa, Liam Delap put it on Kwanzaa. And I find it funny how Kwanzaa got this whole nickname and everyone laughed at him. But everyone quickly realized Delap was actually a player. You know what I'm saying? And it's just unfortunate that Kwanzaa was the first one to know that. But at the time, in the context of the game, it's like, who the hell is Liam Delap? Why the hell is he getting smoked? Like, you're getting smoked by this random guy called Liam Delap. Even if ballers will know who Liam Delap is. But you know, we knew quickly that he's actually a striker. I think if you look at the style we're playing, I don't think we look as defensively sound as we do last year. When we sat in that 4-4-2 and we sat in our defensive structure, we were very hard to break down last season, bro. Before we'd won the league, we'd lost one game. Remember, we lost to Chelsea, we lost to Fulham, and we lost to someone else. We lost 4 games last season. We lost to Nottingham Forest 1-0. We lost to Fulham 3-2. We lost to Chelsea 3-1. Palmer scores late. We lost to someone else.
You didn't lose to United.
No. I'm trying to think who else we lost to.
I'm trying to think.
We lost one more game because we lost 4 games last season.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. I barely remembered seeing you guys.
Brighton. We lost to Brighton away 3-2. We lost to Brighton. And this is what's funny. 3 of those games, so Brighton, Chelsea, Fulham, post won the league. League was already won. So in the context of, before the league was won, we lost 1 game. You see what I'm saying? We lost 1 game. Yeah. Since we've won the league, how many games have we played? Probably about 12. Obviously, first 7 games of the Prem, probably last 6 or 7 games of the Prem back on the last season. How many games have we lost? 5.
Fuck. 5. Is that in the league or is that in all comps?
In the league. Oh. 6 if you can't get a Galatasaray.
That's spooky. Oh, no, that's very spooky ones.
You know what I'm saying?
So then you spent money though. That's the thing. You spent money.
Yeah. And here's the thing.
About the silence.
We used as I'm saying, we used the context and you go, cool. Well, Liverpool lost 1 game up until the time where we won the league. Yeah, we lost 1 game up until we pretty much won the league. That's already been eclipsed. In game week 7, we lost 2 games. We lost 2 games. And, by this point, don't get me wrong, we lost to Nottingham Forest quite early in the season. I think it was game week 3 last year. Remember we lost 1-0 to Forest? And there was the whole hoo-ha about, are Liverpool really the guys? Are we going to fall out the top 4? It was all of these questions. At least back then, we was a lot harder to break down. As someone looking from the outside in, do we look difficult to break down this season? No. Have we looked difficult to break down?
You look
Yes.
easy to get at times.
Yeah.
At times,
Yeah.
there's times where you're difficult to break down. But
Yeah, like
it's
so for
not a
example, against
consistent
Arsenal.
thing.
Against Arsenal, we were almost impenetrable against Arsenal. So against Arsenal, we defended like last season. Against Burnley, they didn't do anything against. They've done nothing. But against Newcastle, well, kind of lucky they had 10 men. Against Bournemouth, well, they beat us up in the midfield. Let's just have it right. You know? Against Crystal Palace, well, should have been 6-0 down at half time. You know what I'm saying? Against Everton, well, fair enough. We actually beat up Everton.
You actually played well against Everton.
Yeah, Everton, fair enough. Against Chelsea, again, lost the midfield battle. The Chelsea game was, don't get me wrong, Chelsea deserved to win, but it was very end to end. This narrative that Chelsea bopped us off the park, going too far left of it, it was just very end to end. They took their chance, we didn't. Great game of football to watch for the neutrals. That's all it was. Chelsea is shit, but we're just worse. This is what it is right now in terms of current form, that is anyways, even though we're second in the league. So I've just given you 2 or 3 games where we've looked good defensively, 2 or 3 games where we looked bad defensively, and another 2 or 3 games where it's just like, could have gone either way. So it's just a bit of a mixed bag for Liverpool, and that's not a good sign. You need some form of consistency. Not to be consistently shit, but to be consistently at least hard to break down. Again, you look at the money we've spent and you look at the wing-back areas, and it doesn't look like it's been solved. Robertson looks like he's still able to get his chains back at left-back. Kirkes will have a good game, then a bad game, then a good game, then a bad game. That seems to be his pattern. Do you know what I'm saying? Was really bad in his first 2 games, was wicked against Arsenal, got hooked against Burnley, then was wicked against Everton, then makes the mistake against Palace. Like it's literally good. Sometimes maybe good, sometimes maybe shit, sometimes maybe good, sometimes like that is what we're seeing from Kirkes. Bradley's just been consistently shit. Bradley's just been consistently shit on the other side. Frimpong's only started 1 game at right back, so I don't have much of a. He's played more games at right wing than he has at right back. Maybe the manager's seen something that we haven't seen in training, and he's gone, I can't trust you there. Even though his 1 game where he started at right back was pretty good. So there's that. Szoboszlai's our best right back. Robertson's able to get his chains at left back. So despite the money spent on the wing back positions, which is about 75 million, 80 million, Frimpong cost 25 million, 29 million. Kirkes cost just under 50, I think. So around that 80 million mark on wing-back situations where if we still had Robertson and Szoboszlai goes wing-back, you don't actually use your new signings. So that's a bit alarm bells. I know it's early on and nothing. Listen, it's 7 games. I'm not gonna call Kirkes shit after 7 games. I'm not even gonna call Frimpong shit after 7 games. Do you know what I'm saying? But alarm bells. No matter what way you look at it, alarm bells. And we look weak in the wide areas. And then on top of that, the wingers look weak in the wide areas. So shit wingers right now and shit fullbacks. And then McAllister is running around like he's on high cholesterol. McAllister's running around like he's got an iron deficiency in midfield. So there's a hole in our midfield and the wide areas aren't widened. Do you know what I'm saying? Cody Gakpo.
Iron deficiency.
It's true. It's true, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? He needs some insulin. He needs his insulin shots or whatever it's called. He needs his insulin and that. Do you get it? So this is where you look at it and you go, Cody Gakpo loves to cut in all the time. Like Cody Gakpo wouldn't go around the outside if his house was on fire. Do you know what I'm saying? Like this is obviously, you know, I mean it not in a literal sense, but do you know what I'm saying?
Wait, that is like, elite. I'm using that. Sorry, Mods. I'm taking. I have to steal that one. I've got to write that one down. I've got to steal that one. Okay,
you know what I'm saying?
If his house is on fire.
Really, bro, he's not going around the outside, bro. He ain't going around the outside. You don't want to do that.
We say he's on a superhero thing, straight through the middle.
He ain't going around the outside. That's just the bottom line. So you look at it, and in my opinion, you look at it and you're going, cool. There's a lot of deficiencies in our defensive structure, but there's also deficiencies in playing out from the back. And if you take Ekitike out of the team, Liverpool can't build from defense to attack. There's no build, there's no connect. McAllister is usually that connect. He does it so well, and he's been doing it for the past 3 years, 2 at Liverpool, 1 at Brighton. But you take McAllister out, you lose a big part of Liverpool's midfield. You kind of replace it with Ekatike and sort of the way he holds up the ball. You go a bit more route one. Cool, that's fine. Where's the replacements for the wingers?
So then I guess that leads me to my next question then. What is January looking like? You guys are going to have to get busy in the window again?
No.
Because...
No.
Or do you just...
Squad's good enough. Structure. Tweaks and structure. Now, obviously, you've probably heard a lot of Liverpool fans talking about formation change. 4-4-2 diamond. I've heard 3-4-3. I've heard a few different formations in terms of what Liverpool would look good at. And it's all good, and I'm probably going to put out a video testing out a few formations and what should happen. But for me, when a formation isn't working or a structure is not working or the tactics aren't tacticking, is what people like to say. If that's a problem, then I don't think wholesale change is always the answer. Because if the manager is trying to get the players to adapt to a new style, I feel like resetting the new style defeats the purpose of trying to adapt to a new style initially. So there you kind of look at it and go, cool. Are you in transition to be finishing fourth while trying a new style and then really going for the league next year? Liverpool are not in transition. We've spent enough money and there's no excuses. So then you have to ask the question, how much time do Liverpool have to adapt to this new style? Should we even be asked to adapt to a new style, or do we just don't fix what's not broken? You know what I'm saying? These are the things that obviously you got to think about as a fan and obviously as Arne Slot as a manager. My thing is that, as I said, wholesale change isn't always the best change. You know, what they say, the grass ain't always greener. Sometimes tweaks in the formation are better than wholesale formation changes. So rather than going to a 4-4-2 diamond, just stop the wing backs from inverting.
Just give them a different role. I say that all the time.
Yeah,
that's what I used to say with Andrew.
Stop telling Bradley to invert. He's not built like that. He's a roadrunner winger. Kirkes, he's a winger who gets forward. Why did everyone love Kirkes for Bournemouth last season? Why? He's doing that. He's not tucking into the midfield. He's doing that. You see what I'm saying? Conor Bradley, as much as I say he's average, where does he get his most joy? When he's overlapping. He's overlapping Mo Salah, and when he's bombing forward. When he's running back and forth. Because he runs. Because he can run. You see what I'm saying? So when you're asking these guys to do almost midfielders' jobs, what do you think's going to happen? You're asking Konate to thread the ball through the lines. What do you fucking think's going to happen there? What do you mean Konate needs to thread the ball through the lines? On what planet? I pass the ball better through the lines than he does. What are we doing here? No, okay, maybe not. Maybe not. But you get what I'm saying?
Asking Konate to break lines is insane, by the way. That is insane. You're setting yourself up for disappointment if that's what you're expecting, bro. Because he can't do it. It's not his game.
Bro, I've seen crackers break better lines, bro. They don't make no sense, bro. Do you get it? Like, it don't make no sense, bro. Exactly.
So then, what about your attackers then? Obviously, I before you joined, obviously, we were talking about Salah, and this is his last Premier League season, then for sure, right? Surely,
probably. Like, I think he's done what he's done for Liverpool. Like, everyone's gonna get onto Salah and say, "Oh, he's not doing what he done last season." Well, guess what? Your goats ain't done what Salah done last season. So,
that's valid. That's even valid, bro. Like,
you know what I'm saying?
I was saying that, bro. Some people are talking about again. That's relevant with the Kane thing, yeah. Because I was saying, yeah, man, are talking about but can your striker go over to Germany and bag 20 goals, let alone 100? You get me? So yeah. I hear it, but with Salah, yeah, don't you think that he might just be a little bit checked out in terms of he might now be starting to experience the age side of things, like his body started to check out a little bit because he just doesn't look as sharp as he usually does, even though he's not involved a lot.
Scored 2 great goals yesterday, to be fair, but yeah, I know what you mean. Like you always have to. You
just don't look like the Salah that I'm used to, innit?
He doesn't, but not because of his technical side, because of his decision making. In the box, decision making is usually quite good. Or at least he gets himself in so many positions that even if it isn't good, he'll get another one. Like when Salah misses, he's gonna get. You just know he's gonna get a chance 5 minutes later. That's the issue. He's a volume guy. You know he's gonna be there. You know what I'm saying? But who's gonna find him? Salah's not someone who's gonna. Salah's not a Maverick. He hasn't been a Maverick since 2020. Salah ain't been a Maverick since 2020, 2021.
Big up.
You know what I'm saying? when he sent Jao Cancelo back to Saudi from that goal kick from Alisson, when he spun him on the halfway line on the bounce, controlled it, tucked it bins. Salah ain't doing that.
Had Pep like,
yeah, like had Pep scratch. You get it, like. And by the way, funnily enough, coincidentally, you actually played a 4-4-2 diamond that day. But that's the thing. Well,
hey, it works.
And we was very good defensively as well, because it was, again, off, out of possession. It's very difficult to break down. But yeah, Salah is someone who now relies on 1-2s. He still has his playmaking bag. It's fine. Nothing has changed. You see that outside of the foot pass he plays to Isak in the Chelsea game. You don't lose that in it. There's certain things you don't lose as a footballer. You don't lose that.
You don't lose that quality in it. That little bit of quality.
You don't lose that. But my thing is that when you're cutting in on your favorite strong foot and you're kind of just ballooning them over the bar, that's where I look at Salah and go, that's not good enough. If he gets isolated and can't beat 3 players, I'm not going to be like, oh my God, Salah, you can't dribble past 3 players. He hasn't been able to dribble past 3 players in the last 3-4 years. Like, you know what I'm saying? Why are you acting like you're shocked? That's not a shock that Salah can't weave in and out of players successfully, consistently, like, or even a few times. He's not been able to do that for years. He's not been able to do it since COVID. so they're like, why are you like acting like that? No, he's not been able to do that. That's the reason why Salah will just curve it outside of the boot to the back post, because he'd rather do that and create a goal than dribble. He's not going to be able to do that. You know what I'm saying? So. And because he's got the money in the bank and Salah's still going to get goals, regardless how shit he is, he's going to score goals, whether you like it or not. Salah's still going to score goals. Salah's still going to get 10, 15 goals, whether you like it or not.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? But will that be enough? Because the goals are going to have to be spread out more. But it's just Salah is a lot more isolated in this new mode. Salah needs an overlap. If he's slowing down, not as explosive, more of a playmaker, loves a 1-2, what do you need then? Movement around the player. That's fine. But Liverpool aren't deferring to his side. They're deferring to Cody Gakpo's side. And it's highlighting that Cody Gakpo is a lot less potent than people think he is, because he's getting the ball more. Now it's like, oh, you're seeing better the ball. What can you actually do when you're actually like every time out to Gakpo? It's not a lot's really happening. You know what I'm saying? So, when the more you get the ball, it kind of exposes how often you can do something. I think that's what Cody Gakpo is suffering from right now, bro. You know what I'm saying? But also, he's not using Kirkes. You know what I'm saying? That's it.
See, that's my thing, though. I'll say is that you see, and this is I try to explain this to Spurs fans all the time. Yeah, you see, when you become overly reliant on trying to use one side as your outlet, yeah, you start to notice, that the players start to suffer, man. The player that you have
happening with Kudus. I see it happen with Kudus some games. Bournemouth done it perfectly.
They shut him out of the game, bro. They just marked him out of the game completely, because all they done is, every time it goes out to the right-hand side, we just put 2 players over there. We just send 2 players over there. Someone from the midfield goes, squeeze him. The fullback squeeze him, make them pass back, and then it slows the whole thing down. So I do get it, and I actually rate Gakpo as an attacker, because I think he's got a banging finish. He's finishing, as in his range of finishing is very good. I do fuck with his finishing, but I just think I feel like you've done enough to get you over the line if others didn't do enough in it. I think, and this is why when we was talking about who's the pressure more on, I don't think there is. I think there's pressure on you guys to retain the title, because I don't believe you guys have retained. Have you retained a title before?
No.
There you go. So you guys aren't known. But I also think, looking at some of the other teams how they've strengthened, and by the other teams I just mean Arsenal and City, I also think there's maybe less on City, but I think Arsenal have a lot of pressure to stop you guys. Now, do I think they can do it, bro? I think you guys are too good, bro. I do think you guys are just too good. I think overall, the quality will get you through games. That's going to get you through games.
That's not good enough, though. It shouldn't be the quality getting us through games.
But I was going to say, is that really what you want, getting you through games, the quality?
No. The answer is no, bro. The answer is no, because for me, I want to see that the manager can coach a team outside of the sheer money and quality that he's been given. I think at the end of the day, Liverpool are a side right now that's just too reliant on what we can do, and things are then not really instinctive. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not on it. Like, it's not It's not on Kanate's instinct to break the lines. Trent is an instinctual line breaker. He doesn't really have to think about it. He just does it. You know what I'm saying? I think what people need to understand is that there's multiple. The players aren't performing as well as they should do, and are performing well in short bursts, but they're not performing well throughout the whole games. You know what I'm saying? It's not 90-minute performances we're seeing. Gravenberch and Van Dijk, and obviously maybe Alisson before the injury, are probably the only ones who can go, I pulled my weight this season. You know what I'm saying? We can make the jokes about the Van Dijk Caicedo shot. If you actually look, there's Gusto to the left of him as well. Like, yeah, he's actually stuck in two minds whether to go, stick, or twist. You know what I'm saying? Van Dijk before the Chelsea game was having a very good season. Like,
I'd go as far as to say he's probably the reason you guys. He's the big reason. Yeah. Him and Alisson are a big reason why you're even in the top 4 right now, bro.
100%. And then that's what I mean by player quality. Just that's why I say about our base being like second, third, like when we're playing like this. It can get worse. I'm not saying it can't get worse. It can get worse. But you know what I'm saying? So you look at Alisson in the Palace game, unbelievable. You know what I'm saying? You look at Van Dijk in the Newcastle game, in the Bournemouth game. Those two games, especially for Van Dijk, unreal. You know what I'm saying? Unreal, because those are two games where I really looked at and went, E. Do you know what I'm saying? Van Dijk in the Arsenal game. Nati in the Arsenal game was unreal in the Arsenal game. You know what I'm saying? Like, Gravenberch, I haven't even spoken about Gravenberch. Gravenberch, he's having a wonderful season. Yes, against Chelsea, he got put to centre-back. No fault of his own. Don't think he was having a bad game. Do you know what I'm saying? I think Gravenberch's bad game was actually against, not bad game, but his game that he wasn't at his best was, for me, probably against Palace. Palace probably his worst game, I'd say. Gravenberch's having a wonderful season, but again, him having a wonderful season is a little bit to our detriment because he's going forward. He's being allowed to go forward. He's being told to go forward. Go join in the attack. Go this and that. No. Where is the defense? Where's the protection for the back four that's already shaky? You know what I'm saying? For years, you've been able to get down Liverpool's right and left hand sides. Even with Trent and Robertson at their prime, you could still get in behind us. We just had a good spine to protect that all the time, whether it be Henderson, Wijnaldum, you know what I'm saying, Milner, or any of these guys that would come in and do the dirty work. But we've just kind of lost our balance. We've very much lost our balance. McAllister is the worst midfield problem for us right now. It's worse than Florian Wirtz. Everyone will say Florian Wirtz. It's price tag based. Florian Wirtz is not amounting to what he should be. But McAllister's the actual problem at Liverpool right now, bro. He is. I don't recognize this guy. He's body shot to Enzo Fernandez, I'm sure of it. Therefore, it's a Freaky Friday thing.
Man said, I woke up Chris Breezy.
Yeah, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm telling you, it's a Freaky Friday thing, bro. On a Lindsay Lohan thing, cuz. Yeah. Like, it's mad. So, as I said, the wingers aren't winging. The bench isn't being used the way it should be. It gets used first, like the first set of subs are good, and then Slot just undoes his hard work by making some shit subs after that. That's another concern. We're one injury away from having a real defensive crisis. And even though we're stacked in attack, there's no connect from midfield to attack. So what's the point? And then there's a big hole in our midfield and the wing backs are looking spooky. Therefore, we're having to play maybe Robertson and Szoboszlai in our back line, which is something we had a problem with last season. Maybe not so much Szoboszlai, but Robertson, we had a problem with him in the back line last season. So why is it suddenly okay to play him now? Now, if he goes for a run of games and he shows that he's still got it, cool. But ideally, we bought a left back for a reason, you know. And at the same time, we still had to replace Trent, and Salah's not going to be the same player because people are human and you don't go 47 GA back to back. You just don't do that. So, and Salah also is just naturally going to slow down anyways. Yeah. So there's a lot of problems. And as I said, you're a fan of it. Instructions. The wingers, if our wingers are cutting in all the time, give them an overlap. It's not that hard. You know what I'm saying? It's not
It's
hard.
you know what? Yeah, it's so jarring when you as a fan can see the problem, because I'm not. I don't have my coaching badges, bro. I don't have my coaching badges. Why can I highlight a problem and you can't? Do you know what I'm saying? Why can I highlight an issue that is glaring? It's staring us in the face. It's flashing, blinking. Yeah, you see when a plane's landing at night and they're doing this,
Mm-hmm.
blinking issues, but you don't want to address it.
Yeah, I
That's
know.
where I lose my head.
Solanke's not the biggest flop. He's been at the club a year and a half, a year and a bit.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
can't be a flop after a year and a
Yeah,
bit.
he's trolling. He's always trolling, bro. He be
Yeah.
trolling. You know what I'm saying? He came into the chat and said floppy Simmons, which we're gonna get into. But why for calling another?
He ain't
man
been great
floppy?
though, but that's fair. He ain't been
I
great.
agree. I actually agree, fam. But I guess my last question to you is: do you still believe that you guys are gonna win this league?
Yeah, but I'd be lying to you if I told you I was any form of confident at all. The confidence is gone, bro. And I know, like, how can the confidence be gone after 2 games? Like, you're 1 point behind the leaders. Anything can happen in football. You were 5 points ahead, and now you're 1 point behind. Why can't it flip the other way around? Well, because Arsenal are actually performing better than us. Proofs in the pudding. Don't get me wrong. Arsenal's attack hasn't completely convinced me. You know what I'm saying? A rebounded goal against West Ham and a penalty that shouldn't have been given, and a last-minute header to go and beat Newcastle, and a last-minute equalizer to go to against Man City. The last 3 games going forward hasn't actually been. You actually put a magnifying glass on it. Going forward, they ain't been amazing, but their defense is undoubtedly
The best in the league.
10. Like their defense is just wicked.
It's actually irritating.
It's a joke, bro. Like even playing against them at even playing against them at Anfield, it's the most jarring thing to break these guys down. Arteta sets them up in a way where any defender, a lot of defenders can look really good in that setup. You don't even have to be individually unreal to look good. You know what I'm saying? So again, you know what I'm saying? It's a difficult one. Like as I said, Arsenal just look so good defensively. So you know, Arsenal don't have to look great going forward to be the best team in the league, and that's a credit to them.
You just
they're
doing it right though.
I'm at the point where I'm not even focused on Arsenal. Yeah, I watch Arsenal. I watch all my ops, and it's my job to watch football anyway. But I'm more focused on getting our job done. You know what I'm saying? Like, we easily could have drawn against Palace and Chelsea. Remember, both goals were conceded in the 96th minute. Do you know what I mean? But then we also could have drawn against Bournemouth. We also could have drawn against Newcastle. Also could have drawn against Atletico Madrid. You know what I'm saying? So we'll have to see. I think the only games you've actually got up for are the big games outside of Chelsea. We beat Arsenal. We won our Merseyside derby against, for me, a good Everton side. For me, in my opinion,
they're very good.
I generally think this is a good Everton side. Genuinely.
But nowadays you're not allowed to say that. Nowadays you can't praise teams that aren't going for the big honors, bro.
Palace, Bournemouth, and Everton.
It's almost like you can't. They can't play well, bro.
Palace, Bournemouth, and Everton can take points off anyone in this league. I'll tell you that for free. Palace, Bournemouth, and Everton, especially those 3, they can take points off of anyone in this league, bro. You know what I'm saying? That's a fact, I think. And I think that, as I said, we've only got up for the big game. So yeah, we beat Everton, and we actually made them look very ordinary in that first half. Very, very ordinary. We beat Arsenal 1-0. We beat Atletico 3-2. You know what I'm saying? Like he's sensing a bit of a theme here. Like obviously outside of the Chelsea game, we've done well in the games that, you know, even away from home against Newcastle. I'd say that's a big one. I think that's a big one. That's St. James's Park. You know what I'm saying? Especially after the Isak saga as well. That's a big game. So you look at these things, and for me, I look at that now and I'm going, hold on a minute. So are we going through what Arsenal are going through, where Arsenal were looking good in the big games, weren't losing many big games? but they're just dropping points now against the teams they shouldn't be dropping points against because they're just generally beatable. Liverpool look very beatable. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Everyone knows we can score goals. Everyone knows we can score goals. Our attack hasn't clicked. We've got the second most goals in the league. Goals aren't the issue. It's an issue for our standard. For the standard of the Premier League, goals aren't the issue. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. No, I agree. I do think, funny enough, I've got City to win the league. I think City are I just think they're gonna do some pep magic, bro. After I see that goal shot, bro, hit the other day as well, yeah. Just straight dropped it.
They're only 3 points behind Arsenal.
Bro, but this is what I'm saying, and they're just, I look at them as just the most experienced team.
They'd actually be level on points if it wasn't for that Martinelli goal.
There you go. I just look at them as the most experienced side in this title race in terms of actually getting to the finish
1 point
line.
behind them. Sorry, Arsenal will be 1 point ahead of them. Sorry, but yeah.
But of course, Liverpool are a strong side. Arsenal, as much as I hate Arsenal Football Club, I'm a football fan first. Do you know what I'm saying? I give credit where it's due. They've got a very good squad, man. They've got a very, very, very good squad. I just think their manager's shit. I think their manager's the one thing stopping that squad from winning something big, innit? But obviously, just due to time and whatever, I just want to quickly touch on Spurs because we've been going. I don't want to say quietly, yeah, but we've definitely deserve some praise. I do think some praise is in order because, again, 4 wins, 2 draws, and 1 loss. 2 points off the top of the table going into the second international break.
Yeah.
With Kulusevski out, by the way, we've actually got quite a few injuries. Basuma's out injured. Kulusevski, Maddison, Solanke, they're all out injured as well. So, what can Spurs do this season, bro? Because I would be real. Thomas Frank, most people will agree with me here. Thomas Frank was the best signing this club made in the summer. Obviously, Kudus is doing Kudus things. Garnay and Neymar balling out. Xavi Simons has been very underwhelming for what I expect, and I've called it out. I gave him a 4 out of 10 in the last game against Leeds because I just thought, bro, you know that man where you're playing football with them, yeah, and they do like too much. Like it's all aesthetic based. The way they play is aesthetic based. So like you can fizz a pass in. First touch looks so immaculate. Yeah. Head up, but it just pass it straight back. They'll do nothing with it. That is how I feel about Xavi Simons, innit? I just feel like he's got all the flair. Give me some end product. But overall, do you think Spurs can do something special this season? And by special, I mean maybe break into that top 4, add some more silverware to the.
I think you've got a great chance. I think you're definitely the best of the rest right now. Look at Arsenal. I think you're better than City right now. City are better than you.
Yeah.
But if you're looking at performance this season, I'd put you above City.
Conceded 5 goals and scored 13.
Yeah. But obviously with City, they've got Haaland. So it's like, oh, okay.
He's a cheater.
Yeah, they have Haaland. So it's obviously very interesting in kind of what way you want to do it. Do you know what I'm saying? I think Spurs, in terms of something special, I think Spurs can get top 4 this season. The top 4 could easily be Arsenal, no particular order, obviously. Arsenal, City, Spurs, and Liverpool. Like, do you know what I'm saying? Good, and you know what I'm saying? I feel like Chelsea could work their way in there, but they're not really showing me enough. Them beating us, don't be fooled by Chelsea beating Liverpool. We're just worse. We're just playing worse than them. Do you know what I mean?
Chelsea, I'm not convinced by Chelsea at all, to be honest.
You know, but it was a big win. It was a big win for them, and maybe they build off that win. But that's what we need to go do against United. But yeah, I think the only problem that you have is that you don't have dual threats. So you mark Kudus out the game, which is still a very difficult job to do. You mark Mohamed Kudus out the game, and Spurs have got a big problem on their hands. You know what I'm saying? As soon as you come off against Leeds, you don't look shit again. Leeds are, again, you got out there alive, but you know what I'm saying?
Mm. Yeah, we were lucky.
And as much as you defensively look good, and I think you're the only team not to concede in the last 15 minutes. But I think at the end of the day, how long does that last? I'm not going to throw the sustainable word in there because it's fine. It just means you've been defending well. But what I do say is that if you're not posing a threat and you're hanging on to games, I feel like long term that could be an issue in getting points you need to gain when you're not on the front foot. You want to be on the front foot against teams like Leeds, not be defending for your life at moments. Sometimes you got to see the game out, and I understand that, but I think you lot attacking wise, you just got too many meh attackers, which is why I do rate Frank as a manager, because he's still getting goals out of the players. And it's a real shame that Mada's got that knee injury. I think he'd be looking at a more higher scoring Tottenham team if he was still fit.
Yeah, him and Kulu. I think Kulu had surgery on his knee. So
yeah, we saw. Yeah, I mean, we saw it. Yeah, we saw it.
But that's us, bro. You put Maddison and Kulusevski back in this team. You got Kudus out on the right, Madders in the 10, or Xavi in the 10. You know what I'm saying, bro? That's what I'm saying. Like, for once, it feels good because we've got options now. Like, when our players come back, we've actually got options that I can turn around and say, oh, it's no longer Maddison's not fit. We've got to bring Mikey Moore off the bench. Do you know what I'm saying? Or we got to bring Will Lancashire off the bench. These young players who, no disrespect to them, but they're not ready yet. Respectfully, I was going to ask you as well. Just finally, are there any Spurs players, obviously apart from Kudus, but are there any players in this Spurs squad that you think, yeah, they definitely stand out to me? They're
Kudus, Van de Ven, Romero, Spence, and I think Vicario is being clowned because it's the name Spurs, not because of how he's actually performing. I think Vicario is silently going about his business. Personally, I think Kadogi shouldn't be in the starting lineup, and I think Porro started the season really well as well.
Yeah, I haven't really had anything to. I call him Pedro Porridge usually, so that I haven't.
Porro can be utilized. Just how he's utilized. Porro, if utilized, can be a very dangerous player, like a very, very dangerous player. But again, it's all about the management. This is why I rate your manager, because for me, it looks like he's showing your players strong points and he's hiding their weaknesses. You don't really look at Pedro Porro and go, oh yeah, look how defensively frail he is this season. You don't. But what he gives you going forward, similar to the Trent situation, you take that. What he offers from set pieces, you take that. Very underrated, but it is what it is, man. I think because Spurs are a bit of a meme at times and all of that stuff, you got to kind of overcome all that. But people will come to respect Spurs a lot sooner than people think.
That's why I want us to win something, bro. That's why I said, like, for me, it's so important to win.
Not even winning a trophy. I'm talking about when you buck the Cities, the Liverpools, the Arsenal.
Oh, yeah. The Giant, Frank the Giant Killer, innit?
Yeah, they're going to be in for some very interesting results. I think you lot are going to have a little bit more luck this season in your derbies as well.
Please. I ain't seen us win a North London derby since 2022, and we ain't beaten Chelsea since 2022 either. So I need to see us win. That is my biggest thing for me, is win a North London derby. That game means a lot to me. And Battle of the Bridge, yeah, this 3-point lane shit needs to stop in it. I ain't having that no more. But Mons, what you got coming up, man? Let the people them know where they can find you, what you got coming up.
And I've got 2 auditions today, man, so I gotta get them done. After that, 7 p.m. I haven't figured out what we're gonna do, but we gotta shoot at 7 p.m. 7 p.m. And then and then obviously I've got a long weekend, so I've got a tactics board type of video coming up for Liverpool on what we could do with the players. So just kind of keep an eye out for that, really. And that's about it. Keep an eye for both of them. That's what I'll say.
Hashtag both farm. Well, again, Mons, it's been a pleasure. Thank you for joining me. You know what I'm saying? It's always an honor to have you on the channel. You're always welcome to, you know what I'm saying, a loyal member of the Cave chat. Thank you for watching. Much appreciated. Big up everyone that has been locked in. Make sure you're smashing a like on the stream, please. You know what I'm saying? Subscribe as well. And if you're watching this on playback, do the same. I mean, people, if you've made it this far on playback, just remember to do the same. Like, subscribe, share with your nan, your dog, your uncle, your aunt, your goldfish. I don't care. Just share it with everyone. You know what I'm saying? Road to 2K is very much on. And I will see you guys on What day is it today? Thursday. I'll see you guys on Saturday morning for the Spurs community talk. Goodbye. God bless and peace out.